they ended up doing it, and the people that did it, they regretted it. People that go to war, sometimes they go to war and they're killing millions of people, and they feel, oh, it's the order they gave me to do. Yes, I'm in the army, so they told me to kill millions of people. I will do it. I'm in the army. But then, what they realize at the end of the day is, you are the one that have to now bear the burden of the mass slaughter that you have caused. When you are at home, you are the one that have to bear the burden. I remember a book I read about a soldier. He said the problem he faced was, after he went to war and came back, what he realized was the people that knew him before did not want to go around him. They didn't want to talk to him. They just kept their distance. And why they did that was because why they did that was that when you have taken a life, let's say a military person, you go to war, you've taken life, normal people tend to avoid you because you have crossed a line that they are not willing to cross. You take another person's life. Okay, so that's what happens. So what I'm trying to get at is, you have to know when to disobey and when to obey. If something is stupid or just reckless, you have to disobey. Because if you don't disobey, when the consequences come for that action, you are the one that is going to pay for it. You can say, oh, the general made me do it. But when they are going to punish the general, they are going to punish you too. Because why would you engage in something stupid? You can say, oh, my boss, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to kill him, or I didn't want to harm him. It's just my boss told me to. When they are punishing your boss, well, they're going to be there too when they punish two of you. Because they will not say, oh, the boss protected you. They'll say, they'll sentence your boss, and they'll probably sentence you too, because a human being, you can think. So if you're interested in this subject of disobedience, you can read Eric Fromm's novel or book on the title is on disobedience. On disobedience, he went ahead to talk about, like, if you look at the prophets of the old times, they disobeyed several laws that were passed because they felt in their mind that the laws were unjust. If you look at Christianity, if you look at Islam, so many people give up their life because they knew that so many people were martyrs because they knew what they were fighting for was the right thing. They didn't care what the king of their time said, or who felt that they had right over humanity said. And this is very, very important, because let me bring this home. You see, in Nigeria, some of us, we have this fear of authority, this irrational fear of authority. We have this need to want to belong. We have this need to always want to impress. And in doing all these things, we end up getting ourselves into something we shouldn't have done. Let's say, for example, police stop you now. Police tell you to do something that you know is wrong. But because the police have stopped you and you feel the pressure of the situation is on you, you do that thing, and before you know it, you are in trouble with the police. So even though, as much as we like to see ourselves as the good guys and the good people, we have to take into consideration the situation that is at hand. Because some of these things I've told you about, this mass slaughter of people, only resulted because the situation had changed. It was not a comfortable situation. It was an uncomfortable situation. A good example is the Saw movie, that is the first Saw. They put two men in a situation whereby you had to kill the other person to let yourself go. You understand? So the one man killed another person just because he felt that if I kill this person, they will let me go. But at the end of the day, he paid for it. So disobedience is very, very important. You have to know when to say no to people, because if somebody knows you cannot say no, or feels that you are the person that you will never say no, then they use you. And that's why people that always say yes, yes, all these yes ma people, that's why over time the boss take advantage of them, because, well, this one never says no. So if I want to do anything stupid, I'll just call him. He'll be the one that will say yes. So these things are very, very important. Disobedience is very, very important. It's something that we should have. Even though society discourages it, we have to have that back of our mind, that in disobedience, we assert ourselves. We say, this is who I am. I'm not a leaf in the wind that will follow any nonsense that you throw. This is who I am. This is where I stand. This is where, so somebody that comes up to you, because the more you say no to certain things, people will know that, don't go and meet this one. They will say no to that kind of thing. But to say no, I want to also make this known. When you say no, it does not mean that you will not be pressured. Oh, no. When you say no, it does not mean that that you are going to get praised or something. No, you may even say no and you get criticized, chastised. I can't pronounce that word, sorry. Chastised, and just because you said no. You understand? Saying no does not make your life easy. It actually makes it very hard. And that's why people say yes a lot, but it makes it very hard. But in that disobedience is where you assert yourself. Eric Fromm said that a man's yes does not mean anything if he cannot say no. And what it really means that if a man is always saying yes, yes, yes to anything, then his yes is just a sound of a sheep because it's worthless. Because if you're always saying yes, yes, it means you have no value. You just agree with every single thing. You don't even have opinion that contradicts something. It means you just go with the wind. And nobody likes a man that goes with the wind, because if you are with me today, you are going with the wind. Anything I say, you say. Someone can come to you and then you go and tell you, oh, go and enjoy this person that you're always saying yes to. You go and do it too. So, like I said, disobedience is very, very important. And also, we should take into consideration the situation we find ourselves, because situation can make a good person engage in a very horrific activity, and that is the truth. If you look at the Rwanda genocide, if you look at the people that participated in the mass slaughter, they were just regular people, teachers, students, just regular people, but they slaughtered millions of their own people. Why? Because they felt that these other people, these other people were come to come and take over from them. And again, that situation, fear makes every behavior seem okay. When people are afraid, they will do anything, and that's what the problem is. So why I preach on disobedience today or talked about disobedience is because I feel that we as Nigerians, we don't hear it a lot, and I believe when you engage in disobedience in certain situations when you are not comfortable with, things get better. Just like a pastor that will tell you that, oh, let me touch you here. If you kiss me, you have a baby, or if I sleep with you, you have twins or something. Say no. Don't feel the pressure. Yeah, you may be desperate, you may need a child, but say no to the person, man. Don't let people just use you up and down just because you really want something. So that is all I have for this one, and I hope you enjoyed it. And so you can share this video, like it, tweet it, and I hope it will be around for the next one. So it is still Soul Talk, and it's Emeka the psychologist and or the Dark Prophet. Have a good one. Bye.